Listen to your inner child. What is it telling you? What is it asking you to do? Sometimes the inner child is screaming, looking for attention. Instead of shushing it down, listen to your inner child. Pay attention to it. Sometimes the inner child is angry. Doesn't matter the situation, whether it is appropriate or not, just listen to your inner child's anger. Sometimes the inner child reacts in a way we feel as an adult embarrassing. Embrace that inner child without disapproval or judgment. The inner child wants to be heard. The inner child wants to be felt. Put your inner child on your lap like you would a child, your own grandchild. Just being with your inner child, listening, touching in an endearing, approving, loving manner, and playing with your inner child. Whatever the inner child wants to do, allow that inner child to do, including sometime craving a favorite childhood snack, or reliving a childhood memory, or playing a childhood game, or talking to a childhood friend. Sometimes the inner child wants to cry and feel that childhood pain. Allow that also, so that whatever has been bolted down for years is able to bubble up and you're able to pay attention. So pay attention to your inner child. Listen to your inner child. Be with your inner child. Your inner child needs you. Your inner child doesn't need your parents or your grandparents. Now the inner child needs you. You tell your inner child, listen, you don't have to be afraid. I'm there for you. Always, 24/7. Give inner child the freedom. Hey, you can come to me for anything. I'm your nearest kith and kin. I will never judge you. I will never hurt you. I will listen to you. Introduce your inner child to the cosmic parents. In this case, simply your Ishtadev. Hey, look, you can ask anything you want from your inner child. If you have your own children and your grandchildren, introduce your inner child to them. Say, look, look, we have a family now. You turned out to be okay. Yeah, you've done well. There's still some work to be done. That's why we have a life. This is a karma bhumi. We have come to do some karma in this world. We're alive because there's some challenges to be overcome, experiences to be had. When we say experiences, it could be anything. Challenging experiences, happy experiences. Experiences are still experiences. If we went to school and all the school was 8 hours of play, every single day, 365 days a year, year after year, it will become quite boring after a while. It'll be fun in the beginning. Same thing with life. We need some challenges to overcome. The joy that we get from overcoming a challenge is something else. Anupam Kher talks about, मैंने अपने अंदर के बिट्टू को नहीं बुलाया. That don't forget about your inner child. Listen to it. It is very wise. And also it contains the source of your life traumas. As adults, we can deal with almost anything. But as children, when you're 5, when you're 7, it's very hard to deal with sometimes basic neglect, not because of the fault of anybody. I'm not here to find faults in our parents. They did the best they could because that's all they knew. Some things they couldn't give to their children because they did not receive it from their parents. Well, how can you give something to someone when you don't have it? Somebody asks you, can you transfer some Bitcoin? Even if you want to, well, I don't have a Bitcoin. I don't have a Bitcoin wallet. So our parents just didn't have the Bitcoin wallet. They couldn't give Bitcoin to us. So there are things that we would have wanted from our parents, but our parents were incapable because they did not receive it. Unko virasat mein nahi cheez mili wo. Now the times have changed. And look at how well we have done, how well our generation has done in terms of raising our kids. We've made progress. Well done. Tell your inner child that, listen, you've grown up very nicely. Look at me. Look at my kids. Look at how I've raised my kids. And hug your inner child. Tell her, I love you. And hug yourself and say, I love me.